Hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Markus, and in today's flow, we're going to focus on our hips. Hips is one of those areas where a lot of people feel that they're quite tight, which can have many reasons. One, probably that we're sitting way too much, but also different sports or other sports can actually have an effect and tighten up. So, we're going to work on this in our class and try to open this area. In yoga, they also say that you store a lot of emotions in your hips. So that's why you might feel a nice release after this class. And for the class, you don't need any props. We have one part in the class where we also move facing the back of our mat. So maybe you place your streaming device somewhere where you can see also when we are in this sequence. And yeah, enjoy the class and have fun. So let's start in a lying position. So you can slowly roll down onto your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open to the side. You can bring the arms next to your body. And first find a nice and comfortable lying position. And then close your eyes. Using our first moment of the class to arrive on our mat and in our body. Letting gravity do already its work by opening the knees out and down. Bringing awareness into the body. Observing our breath. Feeling the air flowing in and out of our nostrils. With every inhalation and exhalation, we try to deepen our breath a little bit more. Deep inhales all the way into the belly and deep exhale out. Deep in and deep out. Staying here for a couple more deep breaths, tuning into our practice. And then slowly bring your hands to the outside of your knees, and with the help of your hands, close your knees together, still keeping the soles of our feet on the ground. We pull our right knee in towards the chest and maybe a bit out, so bringing our right knee almost towards our right armpit, as high in as we can. And then slowly release. Bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Make sure the right foot is active. And then reaching our right hands through, left hand coming from around. You can either grab your thigh or your chin bone, pulling our left knee towards the body. Right knee opens out to the side. You can bring the shoulders and your head down towards the mat. Just a long, deep breath. Don't have to pull super hard here. We're still warming up, opening our body, our hips. Slowly release your left foot down, release your right ankle from the thigh, and then pull your left knee in towards the chest, slightly out. We want to bring our left knee towards the left armpit, as high in as we can. And slowly release. Bring your left ankle on top of the right thigh, left hand reaching through, right hand from around either the chin or your thigh. Roll back down, bring the shoulders, the head down, making sure the left foot stays active. Slowly release the right foot down, release your left ankle, and then bring one more time both knees into the chest, and then rock back and forth and find into a seated position. And then cross the legs in front of you, and then bring one knee back, the other one, coming on to all fours. Having our hands underneath the shoulders, knees below the hips. And then first let's move through some cat and cow movements. So with your inhale, the hip tilts forward, chest is reaching forward and out. And exhale, bring the navel and round your spine for cat. Inhale into our cow pose. And exhale in. Good. 2 more rounds. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And exhaling. Good. Then find back into this table position. Inhale, lift your right leg straight back. And then pull the knee into the chest. Open it out to the side and rotate from the hip. So we end with the sole of the right foot facing up towards the ceiling. So with your exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open the knee out to the side and then rotate from the hip. Exhale in. Inhale out and up. Good. Exhale in. Inhale, rotate open. Good. One more time. And then with the next one, pull the knee in towards the chest. Step your foot in between the palms. You can bring the left hand a little bit further out. Right hand stays on the right knee. And then push your right knee out to the side. You can also bring a bit of movement here. Moving slightly back, forth, bringing the knee in and out, creating some circles. And then bring your knee back in. And then first walk both hands on top of your right knee. With your inhale, reach both arms up, interlace your hands, and then side bend over towards the right. Inhale, bring it back towards the center. Exhale, place both hands down. The right knee comes back next to the left one. Inhale, taking the left leg back. And pull the knee in. Open out to the side and rotate from the hip. Sole of the foot is facing up. Exhale in. Inhale, open and rotate. Good. In. Inhale, rotation. Exhale, bring it in. And open out. One more time. And this time we pull the knee in towards the chest. Stepping the foot in between the palms. Again, you can place the right hand a little bit further out and then pushing the knee out to the side. Again, maybe some small circles here into the hips. So do your option. You can stay or add a bit of movement here, whatever feels good. slowly we bring the knee back in towards the center. And first bringing both hands on top of the left knee. Reaching our arms up. Bringing the hands together and then exhale over towards the left. Side bend. Inhale, bring it back towards the center. Exhale, both hands down. Left knee comes back next to the right one. And then shift your weight back into your child's pose. Arms reach long forward. Weight shifts towards the heels. With your next inhale, round your spine. Make yourself as round as you can. Shifting the weight forward. And then the thighs, our hips, lower down towards the mat. And as soon as the hips are at the mat, you can start to bend your elbows and roll yourself down. And then try to stay low. Push yourself back into child's pose. And inhale again, rounding the spine, rolling ourselves forward. And then first the thighs, our hips, roll down to the mat. And then bend your elbows, belly, chest, rolling all the way down. And then shifting the weight back again into our child's pose. And we roll one more time forward. Lowering our hips down. And then bend your elbows. Coming all the way down onto the mat. And then stay on your belly. Keep the hands next to your chest. With your next inhale, lifting from our chest up and forward. Drawing our elbows and shoulder blades in for cobra. And exhale. Lower yourself down. Inhale one more time from the chest. Lift up and forward. And exhale back down. This time tuck your toes under into the mat. Shift your weight back and up into your first downward facing dog of today. And walk your feet out a little bit, bending one knee, bending the other one. Good. And slowly walk your feet all the way forward towards your hands. Bend your legs as much as needed. Let yourself hang forward. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Swinging from left to right. Finding back to the center. Release the hands down. And then slowly rolling ourselves up into standing. Try to have the head the last thing that comes up. Good. Finding the tops of our mat, feet are grounded. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank pose. And then lower your knees down, chest and chin to the mat, elbows stay close. Inhale, sliding through, lifting again into a small cobra. And exhale, pushing back and up into our downward facing dog. Make sure the spine is nice and long. Feet are hip width apart. Next inhale, look in between the palms. And then step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll yourself up, reach your arms long overhead. And exhale, bringing the hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, bend your knees, reach up into chair. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale again, bring it back into plank. And you can go knees, chest, chin as we just did, or you go full chaturanga. Bending the elbows 90 degrees. And then inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulders draw away from the ears. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Step your right foot in between the palms, left knee lowers down. Inhale, come back into your low lunge. Slowly bring both hands back down, right foot steps back. And then your option here again, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bringing the left leg up. Step the foot in between your palms, right knee lowers down. Inhale, reaching the arms up into our low lunge. And then slowly bring the hands back down, left foot steps back. Flowing one more time through our vinyasa. So choose your option. If you go for up dog, make sure your legs are engaged, knees are off the mat. Back to our down dog. Staying again for a few breaths in our downward facing dog. And then with your next inhale, look in between the palms, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up into chair, and then exhale, come all the way up to standing. Open your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Take your hands forward and slowly lower yourself down, finding our squat. So you decide how open the knees have to go. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart. Try to keep the spine nice and long. And then you can stay here if you want to add a bit. Roll the left knee down, open it, and then switch the sides. Good. You can also bring the hands behind you a little bit for support, taking a bit weight off, and then bringing one knee down. Maybe it's not coming all the way down, maybe just a little bit. So work your range. And just one more time each side. Good. Bring it back to the center, and then push into the feet. Lengthen your legs out, and then you can tiptoe your feet together to hip width. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step your left foot all the way back, bringing the back foot flat down to the mat. We roll ourselves up into our warrior two on the right side. Heels in line, front knee above the ankle, and the arms reach out to either side. And slowly lengthen the front leg out. Pivot the foot in, outside of the feet are parallel. Taking our hands to the hips. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Both hands underneath the shoulders. Making sure we keep the weight even in our feet. And if it feels good, you can walk the hands even a little bit through the legs. Making sure that we don't shift the weight into the heels while we do so. Slowly bring the hands back underneath the shoulders and then shift your weight all the way into your left foot, right foot lengthens. You can keep the hands in front of you. Maybe they also come up in front of the heart. And then bringing the hands back down, walking them over the center all the way towards the front, towards our right foot. And then step your right foot a little bit further out. Both hands on the inside of the foot, and then lower your left knee down Inhale, create length. And exhale, walk the hands slightly forward. Tuck your toes under, lifting the foot off the ground. Again, taking the hands a little bit further forward. Lower the knee down. Maybe that's where you stay. Or maybe you lift the knee one more time up and walk the hands a little bit further forward and then lower them back down. Slowly walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring your right foot again a little bit further in so we have it in between our hands. Lift your back knee off the ground and then look that your right hand is in front of the knee. So we have a bit of space to open our knee behind the arms. So we open the right knee out to the side, the hip is lowering down, and then we bring the knee back in underneath the body. So open the knee out to the side, lower your left hip down. And then bring it back up and in. Open it to the side and back in. One more time. Open to the side and then back in. Tiptoe your right foot a little bit further over towards the outside of your left mat edge. Lower the right knee down. You can untuck your toes. Make sure your left toe is pointing back. And then first, lift yourself out, place the hands next to you. We slowly lower ourselves down. And inhale, rolling ourselves up. Making sure the hips are facing forward. Lower yourself down. And inhale, bring it up. Rolling down. And inhale, coming up. Bring your hands again back in front of you. Tuck your back toes under. And we step the right foot again all the way back into our down dog. Inhale, take the left foot up. Step the foot in between your palms. Again, back foot opens flat to 90 degrees. We find back into our warrior two on the left side. And slowly lengthen your front leg out. Again, pivot your foot in. The outside of the feet are parallel. This time we take the hands behind our back, interlacing the hands. Inhale and exhale. Again, forward fold, reaching our hands over the head. Inhale again, lift halfway up. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And one more time, we shift the weight back. This time towards our right foot, left leg lengthens. Again, you can keep the hands down for support. Maybe they lift up. And then walking our hands all the way forward towards the front of the mat. Towards our left foot. And then bring your right knee down. The left foot comes a little bit further out. Both hands on the inside of the foot. You can keep your toes tucked under for this one. Inhale and exhale. Maybe the hands come a little bit further forward. And then inhale, lift the right knee off. Maybe the hands come a little bit further forward. And then lower the knee back down. Maybe that's where you stay. Or maybe you lift the knee one more time up. Maybe the hands reach a little bit further in the front. And then come back down. Walking our hands slowly back underneath the shoulders. And then bring your left foot again between the palms. But make sure you have a bit of space for your left knee. Lift the right knee off. And then come onto the outside of your left foot Open the left knee out to the side, the right hip lowers down, and then bring your left knee back in underneath the body. Lower down, bring it back in. Open out and in, and open it and in. One more time, open, bring it in, and then tiptoe your left foot further over towards the right. Bring in the front shin bone down to the mat. Back toes are pointing straight back. Hips are facing forward, taking the hands out to the side, and then still having the chest on the ground, reaching long forward, rolling ourselves down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, coming down. And inhale, lift it up. And exhale, down. Good. Inhale, come back up. Bring the hands in front. Tuck your back toes under. And we step it back into our down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg all the way up. Then bend your right knee, open the right hip on top of the left one. Try to keep your shoulders in line, so we're just opening from the hip. First, level your hips, reach the right leg straight back. Step your foot in between the palms, left foot opens flat again to 90 degrees. We come back up into warrior two. This time lengthen your front leg. Inhale and exhale, reach forward, forward. Keep the length on the right side of your body. If you can't reach further, place your right hand down either on the chin or to the inside of the chin bone, left hand up for triangle pose. From your center, lift it back up. Rebend your right knee. And then windmill both hands down. The heel of your back foot lifts off the ground. And then you can lower your left knee down again. Untuck the toes. Open the right knee out to the side and reach back with your right hand. If you want, bend the left knee and grab your ankle with the right hand. And slowly release your foot. Lift this left knee off the ground and then walk your right foot a little bit further down the mat. Your toes are pointing out and you have your foot almost at the height of your hip. And then reaching back with the right hand, we lower our left hip down. And then inhale, lift the hip and bring the right hand next to the left one. Reach back, lower the left hip down. And then lift it up. Bring your right hand in. Reach it back, lower the hip. And in. Good. One more time. And then back in. Just lift it up. Right arm is reaching towards the ceiling. And then bring your right foot even a little bit further down so it's almost in front of your left knee. And this time we rotate ourselves down into a seated position. So the right foot is on the outside of our left knee. And then bend your left knee. Keep the ankle of your right foot on top of the left thigh. Make sure it's active. So same concept as we did in a lying position, but this time seated. So try to keep the length in your spine. So not rounding in here, but we're keeping, the chest wants to reach towards our chin bone. Right ankle is active and flexed. Good. And slowly lengthen your left foot out. Place this right leg a little bit further over your left knee. So try to stack your right knee on top of your left knee. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Slowly walk your hands back in and then step this right foot again to the outside of the left knee. We turn all the way over towards the left and press into this right foot and rotate back up into our downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg up. Bend the left knee, open the left hip on top of the right one. Again, make sure you keep your shoulders in line. And then first level your hips. Step the left foot in front of in between the hands. Right foot opens flat to 90 degrees. We lift it back up into warrior two. Lengthen your front leg. And reach forward, keeping the length in the left side of your body. If you can't reach further, lower your left hand down, right hand up. And then slowly, from your center, lift back up. Rebend your left knee. And then windmill both hands down. Both hands on the outside of your left foot. Right knee lowers down. Keep the right hand on the inside. Left hand is reaching back. So maybe you stay here. Or maybe you bend your right knee and grab your right ankle with the left hand. Try to roll your chest up towards the ceiling. Slowly release the foot back down. We lift our right knee off the ground and then step this left foot all the way down the mat. So it's almost at the height of your hip. The toes are pointing out to the side. We're coming to the edge of our right foot. And then reach back with your left hand. Lower the hip. Inhale, lift it. Bring the left hand next to the right one. And then again. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bring it forward and up. Inhale. And exhale, bring it in. Inhale. Good. Exhale, bring it in. And then reach your arm up. Walk your left foot a little bit further down. Maybe bring it right in front of your right knee. And then rotate down into a seated position. Left foot on the outside of the right knee. Take your hands behind and then bend your right knee, creating this figure four with our left knee. Our left ankle is flexed and active. And you decide how much you bring this right knee in. So maybe that's already enough if you're here. Maybe you can bring it closer in. The chest wants to come towards the knee, so making sure we keep the spine nice and long. And then slowly lengthen your right leg out. And bring this left leg all the way over your right one, stacking our left knee on top of the right. Inhale, taking the arms up. And exhale, fold forward over your knees. Maybe the hands again stay next to the chin. Try to keep the length in your spine. And walk your hands back in. And then bring the soles of your left foot again towards the outside. This time we turn over towards the right. And then press into this left foot. And rotate up into your down dog. Inhale, lifting the right leg up. Exhale, bring the knee towards the chest. And we place one more time this right knee towards the front side of the mat. And then lower the knee down. You can untuck the toe, but this time we sit towards the right. So finding our 90-90-90 position, so it means we have a 90-degree angle in our right knee, we have a 90-degree angle in our hips, and we have a 90-degree angle on our left knee. So maybe the left butt cheek is lifted off the ground, but that's completely fine. So first find this position. Then turn towards your right, towards your front shin bone. Take the hands out to the side. And then lean forward. Have your chest and the crown of the head reaching forward. We don't want to rest ourselves down. We want to keep this active. Lift it back up. Then turn towards the left. Now we want to aim on keeping this right knee down to the mat while the left knee is opening. So the right knee wants to stay down. At some point it will come up. Try to keep it down. Keep it down as good as it gets. And then we switch over towards the left. So still having this 90, 90, 90 angle. Turning towards the left foot, the left shin, and then folding forward, reaching forward. So not resting, keeping this active. Lift yourself up, turn towards the center. Again, the left knee wants to stay down. The right knee opens. Good. And switch over towards the right. Facing again our front shin. And then fold forward, reaching forward. Back to the center. Turn up. And then try to keep the right knee down. I know it's tough. At some point it comes up. Try to resist it. And then switch over towards the left. Facing our left knee. And again, reaching forward. Back up. And turn towards the center. The right knee rotates up. And then all the way towards the right. And then you can lengthen the left leg already a little bit back. Press the hands into the mat. Find back up into your downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift your right leg up. Step the foot in between your palms. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then step forward onto your right foot. Bring your left knee in towards the chest, and we place our left ankle on top of the right thigh. Again, creating this figure four, making sure this left ankle is flexed and active. And then maybe you can bend your knee a little bit, reaching the arms up. And push back into the right foot. Try to wrap your left foot around the right one. Maybe the foot stays here. Maybe you can even hug your toes in. Taking the right arm over the left one. Maybe again the tops of the hands, or maybe the palms face. And then try to lower down into our eagle pose. Find a point that's not moving. And slowly come back out. Untangle the legs, untangle the arms. Step the left foot all the way back. And bring the right foot back into down dog. In your down dog, shake your ankles out, shake the feet out. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Step the foot in between your palms. And inhale, reach the arms up. And then step forward onto your left foot. Bring the right knee up. Place your right ankle on top of the left thigh. Again, open the right knee. For this figure four, bring the arms up. And maybe the legs bend a little bit. And slowly push back into the left foot. Wrap your right leg around your left one. Left arm over the right. Maybe that's it. Maybe you can bend the knees and sit down a little bit further. Try to bring the elbows away from you. And untangle your legs. This time step your right foot back, down. Shake out your feet. And then open your feet again a little bit wider than hip width. Take the arms forward. And sit all the way down into your squat. Taking the hands behind and finding into a seated position. And bring the soles of your feet together. Bring the thumbs to the inside of your feet. And with your inhale, first create length in your spine, making ourselves tall. And exhale, you can open the feet like a book with your thumbs and fold forward. Try to have your chest reaching in front of the toes so we keep the length in our spine. Even though we're holding this pose for a bit, try to stay connected to your breath. Not just in this pose, but with every pose we're holding, also here. Don't lose your breath. Good, and slowly come back up. Open your legs out to the side. So this will highly depend on how open your hips are. So maybe the legs even a little wider out, maybe they're a little bit closer. Find your option. And then first bring your hands behind you. Because again, creating length in the spine, maybe the hip can even tilt a little bit forward. The toes are pointing up and pulling towards our body. And then try first to stay here. Maybe that's already enough. And you stay here with the hands behind your back. If not, you can bring the hands in front. Maybe that's it. Again, have your chest reaching forward. And if it feels good, you can just walk the hands a little bit further forward, folding down. Still making sure the feet are active and flexed. We want to roll the thighs back. And then you can stay here. If you want to add a bit of movement to this, walk your hands over towards the left foot, and then roll your right arm up. Bring it down. Walk them over towards the right, and rotate your left arm up. Back down. And one more time to each side. Bring it back down to the center. Walk your hands back in. Lift yourself up. Take your hands behind your knees. And again, bringing the legs together. Again, hands out to the side. Maybe bringing the knees from left to right. Going for one final deep hip opener into our frog pose. So it's quite an intense one. So be careful with this one when you come in and also when you come out. So frog pose, we're gonna come onto the knees. We take our feet, that the inside of the foot is flat down on the mat. And the ankles are in line with the knees, maybe even a little bit further out. And it kind of also here depends how open you are in the hips, will dictate how open the knees are. Maybe some of you are super wide with the knees, maybe some of you are a bit closer, but that's fine. And then first have your hip a little bit in front of your knees. And then you can stay here on your hands. Maybe you lower down onto the forearms. And then if you can shift your weight back, bringing the hips in line with our knees. And while you go back, you will feel that the stretch intensifies. If you don't feel anything yet, come back onto your hands. Open the knees a little bit wider out. Come back down. And again, shift your weight back. But as I said, it's a quite intense one, so be careful with this one. And to come back out, move really slow. So first lift back onto your hands. And then Shift your weight forward with the hips. Bring one foot into the center, bring the other one into the center, and then shift the weight back. You can close your knees, sit to one side, and then bring your feet again out in front of you. Reach the hands behind the thighs and roll back onto your mat. And then pull your right knee in towards the chest. Lengthen your left leg out. Open the right arm out to the side. And then let your right knee sink over towards the left. Make sure you keep the contact with your right shoulder in the ground. Rather have this knee lifted, looking over to the right into our twist. Lift back towards the center. Bring your left knee in and release your right leg down to the mat. And then open the left arm out to the side and let your left knee fall over towards the right. Again, keeping the left shoulder in the mat. Looking over towards the left. And bring it back towards the center. One more time, bring both knees in. Lift your feet off towards the ceiling and then reach through with your hands and grab the outside of your feet. Pull the knees in towards the body or to the outside of the body. For a happy baby, you can stay here if you want. You can also move a bit left, right. Maybe bring one knee in a little bit more. So every movement a happy baby would do. Every movement your body requests to do. Last final bits of this practice. So go wherever your body wants or needs to go. And then slowly come out of this pose. Lengthen your legs straight out in front. Arms are next to the body, palms facing up. Let your feet fall open to the side. And then let's take a deep inhale in together. Fill everything up. In. And then hold your breath at the top. And through the mouth, everything out. One more time. Inhale in. Hold your breath at the top. Through the mouth. Letting everything out and releasing into the mat, into our Shavasana. Slowly bring back awareness into your body. Deepen your breath. Start moving your fingertips and toes. Maybe moving the head from left to right. Bring your knees in towards the body. Roll onto the right side. Make yourself small. And with closed eyes, find back up into a comfortable seated position. The spine is nice and long. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart and bowing our forehead to our fingertips and thanking ourselves that we took time to step on the mat, to practice yoga and doing something good for ourselves. And bring your head back up and namaste. Thank you everyone for joining this class. I hope your hips feel nice and open now. Hope to see you all soon on the mat, and yeah, see you then. Thank you.